Hey there, Aquarius, and welcome to your November 2017 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are a return viewer or subscriber, thank you guys so much. And if you have requested a personal reading from me, hey, hi guys. I'm having a great time doing readings for you guys, so I really appreciate the love. And let's go ahead and get started with this reading, okay? We're going to do the Celtic Cross. I'm deciding I'm going to stick with that for now until I find maybe something that's even better. But I like the results with the Celtic Cross in the video, so we're going to continue, okay? The first card for your reading represents your present energy, and that is the Two of Pentacles. The next card in the reading represents what's crossing you or what your challenge is, and it's the Three of Swords. Okay, Aquarius, next card represents your past. You get the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Next card represents your future. You get the Five of Wands. Next card represents what you want, and you have the Devil in reverse. Okay. Next card represents your internal factors, and you get the Nine of Cups. Next card represents your advice card for this reading. What did I just drop? And that's the Eight of Pentacles. Next card represents external factor, High Priestess in reverse. Next card represents your fear or your hopes or your fears. You got the Judgment in reverse. And next card represents the outcome, and you get the Three of Pentacles. Okay, Aquarius, so let's get started, okay? So with your current energy being the Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles represents that you are trying to either juggle or balance something, okay? It's either a decision, or in your life, maybe you're trying to balance two people, okay? It could be that you're trying to balance your social life with your relationship, or your work life with your relationship, but something is out of balance and you're trying to get everything back in balance. This can also represent that you're having trouble finding the energy to invest in your relationship, or if you're single, you're having trouble finding the energy to invest in your love life, okay? Now, your challenge, what's crossing that is the actually, no, before I go, I'll just go ahead and clarify the present now before I start on what was crossing. All right, so also in your present energy, you've got the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups, it symbolizes that you're not disillusioned about something anymore, okay? You're starting to see things clearly. You're starting to see things for how they are. There's no more unrealistic expectations. There's no more fantasies. The Seven of Cups can also represent unrequited love, okay? So you fantasized in your mind that you and someone could be together, or that there could be something there, and there isn't, okay? And so now that veil is coming down, okay? That fog is lifting, and what's crossing this current energy, okay? So basically, you may have been either dealing with two people, and now you're realizing that it's a fantasy to think you continue doing this, or you are dealing with one person, but you're now getting clear about how much time and energy you have to invest into a situation, and you're getting realistic probably about the fact that you don't have the time or energy to invest into this situation. All right, because your challenge is the Three of Swords, okay? So the Three of Swords in a love reading can indicate a love triangle. It can indicate a messy love triangle, okay? If it's not a love triangle, then it can indicate possibly a breakup. You want to break up with someone, okay? At the very least, this represents that you're very disappointed, okay? You're very disappointed with someone or something. Clarify that. We get the Death card. So it can either definitely be a breakup, okay? Maybe you were like I said, for some people, you were juggling two people and you realize that you can't continue that anymore. So you're cutting one person off, possibly a Scorpio, okay? Or you are in a love triangle. The Scorpio is the other person. Or you are very disappointed by someone who is a Scorpio, and you're no longer disillusioned by this person, okay? And you're trying to determine whether or not you're going to continue a relationship with this person. All right, for some people, it's not a Scorpio, it's just you not being disillusioned in a relationship anymore and wanting to break up or breaking up, okay? So that's your current energy. All right, your past energy is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so this can represent being the other woman, or a kept woman, someone who is in a relationship with someone who may be possibly married, or just in basically like a mistress, okay? Someone who gets taken care of but doesn't really get a lot of time or attention, okay? If not, this can represent a point where you were very unhappy in, or feeling very unloved, I should say, in a relationship, okay? You didn't feel like you had it all, okay? With the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, this person has it all, okay? Except for maybe love. So in the reverse, you felt like something was missing, okay? You didn't feel like, maybe the relationship was unconventional, there was something missing, okay? Is there anything else I want to say about that? In the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles can also indicate that possibly you thought that this, whatever relationship you were in at the time, was a mistake. Okay, now we move on to your future card. You've got the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands can indicate either conflict or competition. Okay, it can indicate conflict, arguments. Um, Also, it can suggest that you like conflict or arguments. Okay, sometimes with this placement, it's like basically you kind of get turned on or you get off. Some people get off on debating. Okay, so for other people, bickering and fighting kind of wears them out. Other people, they get energy from that, right? It turns them on. It's like they like to fight so that they can make up afterwards. All right, let's go ahead and clarify the future. Again, you get the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So the Knight of Wands in the reverse represents someone who can be considered like a heartbreaker. Okay, this person's like a player. They're very sexual, um, but there's really no commitment. It's really just about the sex, and they'll do basically anything to get it. Um, if it's not a person, this can represent basically a loss of energy or a loss of momentum in the relationship. So for all of for those who are in a relationship in the future, there may be petty fights and argument and just kind of like a loss of energy. And in the present, you're already trying to determine if you have the energy for the situation. So I feel like in the future that doesn't change, okay, and it lessens even more. Okay, if you continue on the path that you're on now, what you want out of this reading for the month of November is the Devil in reverse. So this is saying that you want to break free from anything that's holding you back, okay? You want to break free from a toxic situation. You want to break free from a sexual addiction. You want to break free from, habits or patterns that keep you from having the kind of relationship that you want, okay? So you have recognized, Aquarius, that you do have some vices, that you do have some type of um, could be codependency. It could be something like that. And it could be that you're just like ready to get over that. You're ready to move past that. And it looks like this here, because with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, you're no longer fooling yourself. Okay. You're no longer living in a fantasy world. Okay, you're seeing things clearly, and maybe part of seeing things clearly is seeing that you want to get away from this toxic situation. Okay, there's some type of toxic situation here that you're caught up in, whether it's with three people or whether it's one person that's just very disappointing to you. You want to break free of anything that keeps you feeling trapped. Okay, your internal factor, which is interesting, it's the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this represents emotional fulfillment. This represents wish fulfillment. And so basically there's something that you wish for. You're wishing for very very hard. Like you really want something, okay? And you feel like you're going to get it. Okay? You feel like you're going to get whatever it is that you want. So, even though there's, this indecision here, or this decision that you have to make, this breakup possibly, maybe you're feeling emotionally satisfied because you know this is what you need, okay? You're satisfied with this breakup because it's helping you to move on from this toxic situation, which is what you want. So that is a satisfying situation that can make you happy. For some people, breakups are terrible, breakups are hard. For others, it's almost like a relief, because being in that situation makes you feel like you're trapped. It makes you feel like you can't breathe. So once you get out of that and you can breathe again, then of course you're going to feel emotionally satisfied and fulfilled. Okay? For others, you want emotional fulfillment, okay? Internally, you're striving for, because this internal factor could be something that's subconscious, something that you're not even aware of. So you're striving for emotional satisfaction, okay? You're striving for that satisfaction. You're striving to get your wishes fulfilled. So that's your motivation for everything that you do, okay? And so maybe for those of you who are in a love triangle, who have been in a love triangle, you felt like getting emotional satisfaction until dealing with two different people. All right, maybe one person satisfies you in one way, the other person satisfies you in another way, but now you're seeing realistically that that's not a situation that you can continue. Okay, your advice for this reading is the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse is basically saying that you need to try to be more patient in a situation. Okay, you need to be more patient when it comes to love. um it seems maybe you've been impatient, or in the past, if you, like I said, if there is a love triangle here, then clearly it's not so much impatience, but it's basically not recklessness. What am I looking for? It's a lack of focus, right? The Eight of Pentacles represents a lack of focus, a lack of energy, a lack of initiative. So basically, you need to turn that around, okay? You need to focus more on what you want. You need to focus more on maybe making a relationship work, and seeing the part that you play in all of this. Also, with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is saying is, don't commit to anything that you're not ready for. Okay? Don't commit to a person. If you know that you still want to play around, then there's no point of committing to a person. There's no point of entering into a committed relationship with someone if you know that there's still someone else that you're interested in, or if you know that you still want to kind of play around and play the field. Okay, because then you wind up in these triangles, you wind up in these situations where someone's always getting hurt because, they may only be focusing on you, but you're not focusing on them. You're focusing elsewhere. Okay, you're just focusing on your immediate wants and needs. All right, Aquarius. So let's go ahead and move on to your external factors, and you get the High Priestess in reverse. So that can indicate that right now you're looking really good to other people, okay? Or you're attracting, a lot of people are being attracted to you. The High Priestess in reverse can also indicate that you may be, like, you attract people who are like the one night stand type, okay? So especially if you're a male, you can attract women who are just looking for one night stands. Okay, so maybe that's what contributes to this triangle for some people that are in one. Okay, and I do admit everyone is not in a love triangle, so that's what I'm saying. But for those who are, if you're in a solid or committed relationship, but you're still out here um, having one night stands, obviously that's an issue. So maybe that's what you're trying to work out. Okay, Aquarius? And, I do read the comments for the videos, and in a lot of the Aquarius videos, or, I do get messages and stuff about the videos, and where I'm doing the reading sometimes, and they're like, no, it's the Aquarius person that had like 3 or 4 people, and they're the one who didn't want to commit. And, so Aquarius, what are you guys doing? What's going on? Don't commit if you're not ready, okay? Um Let me go ahead and clarify your external factor. You get the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is someone who moves very quickly in relationships. Okay, this could be um, a Capricorn or another Aquarius. Okay, that's the cusp, but this could be another Aquarius. But this can indicate a whirlwind romance. Okay, and so maybe that ties into the whole like one night stand. Okay, so there's all these quick romances. All right, so um, maybe like I said with the Devil in reverse, that's something that you're already working on. Okay, now not outcome, your hopes and your fears for the reading is the Judgment card. All right, so the Judgment card is saying that you have a fear of being judged unfairly. Judgment is in reverse. Okay, so you have a fear of being judged unfairly, or being misunderstood. All right, or for some, you have a fear that you have made the wrong judgment about someone else. Okay, you're also possibly afraid that people won't accept things that you have done in the past. All right, so if you have been part of a three-way situation in the past, or if you have hurt someone in the past for whatever reason, you're afraid that they may not forgive you. Okay, Aquarius. So let's move on to the outcome of the reading, and we get the Three of Pentacles. So for some of my Aquariuses, you and your partner are going to find a way to work past this situation. Okay, so you guys are going to try to work on it, even though whether that's going to be successful or not, I can't say. But for some, you're going to continue to try to work as a team. For others, you may meet somebody at work or you may meet someone online. Okay. And for some people, this is going to indicate that this love triangle is going to continue. All right. Or that makes basically, you're going to continue to be in a relationship with one person, but then have, maybe little insignificant relationships outside of that situation. All right. So for my people who are not in a love triangle, all right. So let me just clarify that. This is for those who are not. For those who are not, there was a time in the past where you felt unloved or you felt unsatisfied by the relationship. Okay. Now, in the future, in the present, you are considering, or you're trying to find either the balance or you're trying to find the energy to invest in this relationship. All right, or you're trying to find the energy to invest in your love life because you're no longer disillusioned about the amount of effort that you can put in, right? Because with your advice being to maybe try to focus more or try to put more effort into your situations, that's acknowledgement that you haven't been putting a lot of effort into your love life, or you haven't you haven't really been focused or putting a lot of effort and energy into it. And you're being realistic about the fact that you just don't have it. Okay. And maybe for some, you don't have it because you've been deeply hurt or deeply disappointed by someone, possibly a Scorpio. All right. For others, you've just been hurt. All right. And you're disappointed because a relationship didn't work out. Okay, a relationship didn't work out, or it's not even that you're hurt or disappointed, the relationship just didn't work out. Okay, there's a breakup. Some of you are satisfied with this. Okay, some of you are satisfied with this because you knew you were being honest and real and know that this situation couldn't work anymore. So you feel emotionally fulfilled by it because you feel like it was keeping you trapped anyway. You felt trapped, or there was some type of addiction or toxic bond there, so you knew you had to get out of it. All right, for others, you are seeking emotional fulfillment. Okay, that's what you internally, that's what's driving you. Okay, is the need for emotional fulfillment. So in the future, right, we have a situation where for some there's a loss of momentum and a loss of energy in a relationship due to arguing and bickering. Okay, for others there's continued competition and continued sexual relationships. Okay, this continued pattern of going after people who are really sexually attractive to you. All right. So for the outcome, for some of you, you're going to find a way, you and your partner are going to try to find a way to make things work. For others, you've moved on from this situation and you may meet someone online or you may meet someone at work. All right. So let's go ahead. I'll clarify the outcome again. And we get the Six of. The Six of Wands, okay? So I don't know if you guys remember a few months back, I felt like the Six of Wands and the two of, I'm sorry, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Six of Wands. It was like they were haunting me. And we're having the same issue this month where the Six of Wands is showing up in like every reading. Every reading, okay? All right, so Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So there's a lot of sexual energy going on now, okay? There's a lot of sexual energy. Maybe it's this whole cuffing season thing. It's the end of the year, it's getting colder, people want to cuddle, they want to, pair up and find somebody to keep them warm. So maybe that's what's going on because I just don't understand why these two guys are just everywhere. Okay, so Six of Wands represents someone who you're very sexually attracted to, someone who you feel like is even an ego boost, all right, or they boost your ego and they don't mind doing it either, all right? It's the card of victory. It's also the card of sexual conquest. So, like I said, for some of you, this pattern of, just sexual relationships is going to continue, okay? Um, and for others, you're just going to meet someone who, you're very sexually attracted to. For others, that sexual energy is going to come back into your relationship and you and your partner are trying to find a way to make it work. Okay, Aquarius? So that is your reading. Um, some of you or either seeing another Aquarius or maybe dating a Capricorn, or maybe there's an outside person who's an Aquarius or a Capricorn. So that's that. But you're very attractive right now. You're exuding a lot of like sexual energy and a lot of people are picking up on it. All right, so you're trying to fight this devil, okay? You want to change. This is what you want. Doesn't mean this is what you're going to do. But what you want is to get rid of any toxic, unhealthy addictions, relationships, or situations. That's what you want, Aquarius. Are you working in that direction? I don't know. I don't know. It might be a bit of a struggle for you. These things are not very easy to get over, okay? That's not something that just happens in a month, okay? So good luck to that. Good luck to whoever is struggling with any addictions or struggling, in within the confines of a toxic relationship, because I do remember that from one of my Aquarius videos. So it seems like now, you're trying to get out of the situation, or you're trying to rectify that toxicity. So good for you guys, all right? And if this resonated with you, let me know. If you like the reading and you want a more personalized reading, you can go ahead contact me at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. All my information is in the description bar underneath the video, so you can check that out. And I will see you guys next month. All right, Aquarius, take it easy.